Hello there, and welcome back to another day where I have some free time. And in today's development of nobita.h, I guess we can add support for custom commands, and hopefully we can have a start at multiprocessing. So let us start. Now for the custom commands, I guess I can add another one of these, and instead of a static library, it's another type def of nobita command. Let's see. Nobita command to take a build and the name. And I should also add another enum here that would say custom CMD. Oops. Now for the custom command inside Nobita target, I guess I can just add another vector that instead of full command, it would um, have custom command used, and the size and a character pointer that would say custom command. And inside build target, we can add a thing, a condition here that would say that the target type should not be a command, or I can just add a an outer condition that the target type must not be a custom command. Then I guess the command can also have dependencies, so that's fine. Here is where I have some problems. There's no need to do this. So I guess I can add another one. Well, the case for the custom command, it would just break here as well. Maybe I can just add a go to instead. After this, if it's a custom command. Oops. If it's a custom command, then go to CMD. And while in here, at the end, it can return. But what I want is for the custom command to be alive with an append of null. Then it can do a fork exec of the custom command. think that's fine now. Then in add target, let's see. That should also be initialized and free at main. So vector free custom command. Now, while in build Linux, I guess I can add the command another test cmd test3, and let's say nobita add cmd. The build and the name is another test. Though this should be a pointer. And I should also add an arg to that. So instead of a target, void nobita command add args. That would take a command. So it's the same as the other targets, but it would not do anything. So C with a variadic argument. Let's see, where can I add this? And add shared lib. I guess I can add that here. Nobita command pointer add command with the build pointer and the name. Now if the build failed, in here as well, I'll just change the name. Oops. Here as well, and change this to custom command, return C, and another one would be the add arguments, which is the same as this. Add dependencies, try rebuild. I guess I can add that after the headers. Add, no, nobita command, add args. It's time to be explicit here now. Then instead of appending to the link flags, it would append to custom command. I think we're good to go. I think we can just add the argument. Well, I guess I may have something else to add to build target. That is only run fork exec if um if it has at least one argument for the command. Now let us add the arguments. Add args. Guess we can have echo hello world. I think that is fine. And I don't think I need to add this as a dependency for anything. But let us try rebuilding it anyway. Cd nobita rebuild. Let's see. There we go. It echoed it out. Nice. Now that we have a prospect for custom commands, I guess I'll add an enum for the custom, what do you call this? Custom arguments. So it would take nobita target um C flags here. It would be the link flags. The last one would be the custom command. The enum name should be the archetype. Archetype. So add args. It's the same here. And void nobita add the nobita target add formatted arg. So it would take a target and the formatted argument should be something like this. Well, it would be printf style. So if I remember correctly, there should be something like attribute in the compilers that support GNU. So we have an if def here. If GNU C is defined, and if it's not defined, so the attribute shall be, what was it called again? Was it format? Format, then the type. Okay. So the type would be printf, and the argument number will be the second one and the third one. And seeing as the Clang daemon is not complaining, I think we're doing great. So we have formatted argument, and seeing as how the pointers must live after the build function is called, it would be problematic if the user passes on something that is stack allocated. So it would be fine if they pass something with malloc, as we can have a hook that will free it later, which should be something like nobita free later. So it would take the build function itself, the build struct, and then a pointer of anything. Now we have two extra functions to do something with, and another vector. So size t, free later used, then the size, and the double pointer to free later. So let us go to main first. And instead of initializing it like this, no, I think it's fine. So initialize depths and free later. Also add a free version. So free that. Well, not before another for loop. Yi is less than the free later used, and free the pointers there. Now, where can I add this? Should be before um, add exe, I guess, just before this. So void nobita free later, nobita build b, and the void pointer to anything. Just append b with free later and the pointer, and that's it. Though it would be nice if I just add something. I check if the build has already failed, but this is kind of essential to add a hook to free something later. So I would not add the error check there. Though the vector append can fail. Maybe I'll leave that for later. So where should I add this? Well, this should be moved. And add headers, add depths. Yeah, I think should be the same here. Should also change the arguments here and add formatted args, which it should also take the argument type A and increase this from 2 to 3 to 3 to 4. So add args, then at the implementation, well, it would be nice if we had AS and printf or AS printf. Man, 3 AS printf. Well, it is in there, but it's not part of the standard. So we'll have to create our own. And this can be done via var once more. So start that after format, end it, and we'll need another set of this later on. So the first one is an S size that would tell me how much I need to allocate. So that should be arglen. That is done by vsn printf. So I forgot the arguments for this. So sn printf would take a buffer, well, null for now with the size of 0, give it the format and give it the var args. And since it's null with the size of 0, it would tell me the full size of the string, the formatted string. Well, except the null character, so there is this +1 for that. Then we can allocate something for it. So the arg shall be malloc of arglen times the size of character. And if it fails, well, we're screwed. So if that is null, then print to standard error of how it failed. So failed to add formatted arg to target %s. So get the name and mark the build as failed. To true, then we can return. Well, this should also fail if the build has already failed. So just return. Now the next part should be a normal printf, well, sprintf with null, well, not null, the arg with the size of the string, which is, well, it's not sn printf, so no need for the size, just the format and the va list. Now after this, we can have a switch statement that would take the arg type. So if it's a C flags, then it would um, append to the C flags. then break out of the expression. Then the same for the link flags. Then the custom command. It's almost the same thing, really. There you go. And if there's nothing, as this is a function available to the user, just break and add the thing to free later. Though sadly, I do not have a way to access the build from a target, which is bad. So I guess I should add a pointer to this. So while we're in build, so add the build pointer, which is just B. And while in the formatted arc, we can now add that freely. So the target and the build, add arc to free later, and I think we're good to go. So what kind of formatted argument do I want? Let's test that in build Linux. So remove echo. It's hello world anyway. So nobita target add formatted arc. The target is test3, and the arc type should be nobita t custom command, the format of %s. Well, let's add some asterisks and a new line where just say hello Crescent. No need to end this with null as this is stuff for printf. So let's try rebuilding it. Okay, it's segfaulted. But where? Add formatted arc to 350 and free later to 45. No, it's 530. Hmm. Well, that's normal. Since in add target, I did not add B here, the build variable. So let us redo this. Okay, one more. Okay, it echoed it, surprisingly, with a new line. So it did say hello to me, formatted, and no extra unfreed variables. Now, how much time are we taking in here? 30 minutes. I guess this is a good place to stop. So I kind of want to add a way to get the default prefix path, the library path, and the include path as well. So the user can add, for example, while using GCC for their dash I and dash L flags here. And this is why I made the formatted argument, as they can just add something like dash L, then %s, then they would get the prefix path, for example, like nobita get lib prefix with no argument, and it would return a character pointer to that. That is my idea for now, and also include as well. Though maybe we can do that later on, for just in case they want to use projects that use other build systems, which is, well, that's what I'm planning to do later on with this project, is to somehow create a graphical app using Raylib. And I think Raylib uses GNU Make for its build process. And I want GNU Make to point to my specific prefix that Nobita uses. So that's an idea. But for now, let us finish this video, as we now have support for custom commands. And thank you for sticking with me this far. And I thank you for watching.